Okay, so Brian, when you were making that transition from the hospitality industry into real estate, or thinking that that was a possibility, what were some of the challenges or some of the barriers that you saw that you needed to kind of get some answers to or break through before you decided to actually make the move?
Yeah, and one of the things I did was I spent a lot of time researching the top producers in the industry to find out exactly what were they doing differently than most of the other agents out there, because we know most agents in this market are only doing 3 to 5 deals a year. So I researched, found some of the top producers, and found that they were using a heavy prospecting-based business model to produce at a high level, and that I found those guys, and that helped me make my decision.
Okay, good. And Terry Lee, I know with already having a career in sales and having something that's kind of established, sometimes it's tougher. You see something that you want to do, you see the opportunity, but you also see some of the challenges that it's tough to make that break from getting a check every week to getting into real estate, which we all know is a commission-based business and there's no guarantees. So how did you kind of get through some of those challenges in order to actually start to make the move?
Sure. And that definitely was something scary, getting a paycheck every 2 weeks and benefits and all those packages that come with that type of employment. So it was definitely something I did my research. I interviewed with multiple agencies, multiple companies in the area, and found some good, strong players in the area, really talked to them, tried to find some really strong mentors that would help me with that. And it just kind of took a leap of faith. I knew I wasn't going to get paid that Friday, but I wanted to work hard so I might get paid the following Friday.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And I know, your circumstances, the way that we met when we started Expert Advisors, that you were kind of already in the business. But I think, you and I've never really talked about this, but I think there were probably times where when we met, you were kind of wondering whether or not, is this really going to work out? Because I know there were some challenges in terms of what you were promised was going to happen and what actually happened.
Correct. Yes, I had my license for a few months before I came over with you guys. And yes, I was kind of at the end of the rope going, either something has got to change or I'm going to have to go submit some applications and go back to the 9 to 5. So that definitely was scary. Everything just seemed to fall into place when we met. When I got over to Expert Advisors, it was so life-saving, career-saving.
Yeah, it's interesting because there's, I think that there's always a match between the person and the business plan or the business model that they're going to work well with. And that was one where I think we just got in under the wire. Because I think we both would have missed out on a good opportunity for sure. So, okay. So Katie, you completely different industry like me. I didn't come from a sales background. You didn't come from a sales background, had a license really more just as as kind of a second thought, and then decided to make that move. What's your story? How did you decide that, okay, here's what I've got the feeling this is going to make sense. I'm going to make the move.
There was a lot of research, just like the other two said, and I wanted to make sure that I knew as much as I possibly could before coming in. And one of the challenges that I was really facing was, what is the process that I'm going to follow? Mm-hmm. Where, I've met my mentors, I've met the owners of the company, and they all had great stories and, examples of how to do well in this business. But what I was looking for is for somebody to tell me, follow this map, and we can't guarantee that you're going to, succeed over and above. But if you follow this map with your skill set, that you'll be okay and you'll be able to make this a career. Mm-hmm. That was really big to me. Not to just hear the success stories, but to see the path that they took.
Yeah. So, just what I'm hearing you say is, if you knew you could do it, you knew you had the confidence that you're going to be able to succeed, but you still, if you're going to make a move like that, going from an income to no income, even if there's a ton of potential, you have to be able to connect the dots between, all right, this is what I'm seeing somebody do, but I need to be able to look at the plan that I get up and do every single day, and as long as I'm willing to do that, then I should be able to get what they've gotten. Is that
Yeah.
kind of what
That's exactly
the process
what it
you went
was.
through?
Everything about the business was very appealing. We already spoke about the freedom, the control, but that's what really pushed me over the edge and said, okay, I have a roadmap. So if I just follow these steps, then I'll be okay.
Okay, great.